Across every star system, survival boils down to a few universal basics. Every living being requires certain fundamentals just to stay alive, things like clean water and basic nutrition. In economics, we call these absolute necessities needs. But once those basic survival needs are met, we start looking for upgrades. Maybe you would like a faster hover ship or a nicer crater with a view. These are wants, non-essential luxuries that a population desires to have but doesn't strictly require. Here is where the math gets tricky. While the desires of a population are completely unlimited, the physical resources available on any planet to actually build those things are finite. There is only so much metal, fuel, and time to go around. This clash between infinite wants and limited resources creates an inescapable reality: scarcity. And in the study of business, this exact tension is defined formally as the economic problem. Because scarcity makes it physically impossible for a population to have everything they desire, a mechanism has to step in to make choices about how those limited resources are used. That mechanism is business activity. Enter the entrepreneur. Our local space merchant has one primary goal: to step into this environment of scarcity and organize resources to produce goods that satisfy those endless wants. To manufacture anything at all, this entrepreneur has to gather 4 specific inputs. Economists refer to these as the factors of production. The first 2 are land, which covers the physical factory space, as well as natural resources extracted from the planet, and labor, meaning the physical or mental effort provided by the workers on the assembly line. Then comes capital, the man-made resources like specialized machinery or delivery vehicles. Finally, there is enterprise, the risk-taking organizational skill of the entrepreneur who brings all these elements together. As these inputs pass through the transformation process, the final selling price of the manufactured output becomes higher than the cost of the bought-in materials. That mathematical difference is called added value. By physically taking scarce, low-value inputs and transforming them into higher-value outputs that beings are actually willing to pay for, business activity acts as the vital engine driving the entire economy. But our entrepreneur faces a dilemma. Their budget is strictly limited, forcing a hard binary choice: use their capital to buy machine A to manufacture spacesuits, or buy machine B to produce jetpacks. They cannot afford both. After weighing the market demand, they make the call. The entrepreneur allocates their limited capital entirely to machine A. The jetpack project is officially grounded. By choosing one path, another path is lost. The next best alternative given up by choosing another item is formally known as opportunity cost. In our scenario, the entrepreneur chose the spacesuit manufacturing equipment. Therefore, machine B, and the potential profits from those unmade jetpacks, is the specific opportunity cost of that decision. This grid shows how the concept scales across society. Whether an individual choosing a holiday or a car, a company picking between 2 machines, or a government building a road instead of a school, the rule holds true. Every single economic decision inherently demands a sacrifice. Opportunity cost is the invisible, yet very real price tag attached to every choice we make. This textbook cover shows Section 1 of the Cambridge IGCSE Business Studies curriculum, which is exactly where an entrepreneur's journey like the one we just explored would appear as a specialized case study. When tackling these case studies on the exam, watch your command words closely. If a question asks you to state something, like state 2 examples of promotion, it only requires you to name the facts. No further explanation is needed. Contrast that with the word outline. An outline requires you to do more than list facts. You must set out your points and explicitly apply them back to the specific person or business featured in the case study. Keep a close eye on the clock. Every year, perfectly capable students fail simply because they spend too long writing out answers for the short, low-value questions, leaving themselves starved for time at the end of the paper. You have to allocate your minutes sensibly. You are expected to spend significantly longer structuring an evaluation question worth 12 marks than you would when answering a question worth 8 marks. Mastering the IGCSE requires moving beyond memorization. By understanding exactly what the command words demand and managing your limited time effectively, you can solve the ultimate economic problem of the examination itself.